Right, question number 16 on combinations, permutations and probabilities. Okay, you have 8 cards are numbered 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4 and 4. 2 of the cards are removed. We want to find the probability first that their sum equals 5 exactly, and secondly that the sum exceeds 5. Right, so let's look for question A and write down the sample space. Sample space, and that's a 1 and a 4. You want numbers that will give us 5, and then 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 3 and 2. And the probabilities will then be probability sum equals 5 will be, right, now there are 2 ones out of 8 numbers, so that's 2 out of 8, and 2 similarly for the 4s, but that's 2 out of 7, but it could be in the reverse order, so we multiply that by 2. So that deals with the first 2 items in the sample space, and that will come down to 1 out of 7. Right? That we've got the 2, 3 and the 3, 2, so need to add on to that 3 out of 8, because the 2 appears 3 times out of 8, and the second number 3 only appears once, so that's 1 out of 7. But again, we have both orders, that is 2, 3 and 3, 2, and so we times that by 2, and that comes down to 3 out of 28. So the total probability of getting a total of 5 is 1 out of 7 plus 3 out of 28, which should come down quite easily to 4 out of 7 plus 3 out of 20, 4 out of 28, 3 out of 28, 7 out of 28, that equals, which is 1 out of 4. That deals with part A. We now move on to part B. Again, we'll write down the sample space. Sample space. And these are numbers that have to add up to greater than 5, so that'll be 2, 4. And the reverse, 4, 2. 3 and 4. 4 and 3. And lastly 4 and 4. Right, so we work out the different probabilities here, which is quite simple to do, simply as we did in the first part. Okay, so the probability greater than 5, so that will be taking the 2 and 4 and 4 and 2, that would be 3 out of 8 times 2 out of 7, but that needs to be doubled because of the reverse order, and that comes to 12 out of 56. We won't bother simplifying the fraction at the moment, but then there's the second bit, which is the 3, 4 and the 4, 3. So 3, there's only 1 3, so that's 1 out of 8, and there's 2 4s, so that's 2 out of 7. Again, has to be doubled because the reverse order is also possible. And that simply comes down to 4 out of 56. And lastly, we've got just the 2 4s. Okay, that's 2 out of 8 for the first 4 and 1 out of 7 for the second. We don't multiply by 2 this time, because 4 and 4 is the same as the reverse order of 4 and 4, which adds up to 2 out of 56. So all we need to do is add up these probabilities here, and that comes to 12 plus 4 plus 2 out of 56, which is 18 out of 56, and that cancels down to 9 out of 28, and that completes the second part.